So, one day last spring, as spring was warming to summer, well, I was cooking eggs in a frying pan when I see 5 of those itty-bitty little ants go marching across the tile floor in my kitchen, single file, headed directly for my trash, where fresh coffee grounds and last night's scraps abound. And since I'm a guy, well, I just stepped on them with my sneaker. End of story. Only Lois, that chick I had hanging around back then, wanted to start in with me about how I was a merciless, cruel-hearted bastard of a human beast. Because I just squished a bunch of those itty-bitty little ants. You know, the ones that are about this big. And Lois was having herself a hissy fit over it. So I turned to her and I says, Lois, I says, pipe down, would you? Don't you understand? Those were scouts. If even one of them were to have made it back to the ant colony, or I'd have me a fricking ant caravan a mile long. Coming and going and coming, from my little trash can here in the kitchen, all the way back to where they came from. To which Lois replied, you goddamn bastard of a beastie man. How could you? How could you? They were just doing their jobs. They were just little ones. To which I replied, I'm trying to send a message back to where they came from. Lois, dear. That none who venture here ever, and I mean ever, return alive. Now, meanwhile, back at the ant colony, Staff Sergeant York, he is in a supervisory position at the entrance to the ant colony. He was getting to be too old to be a soldier ant anymore, so middle management made him an overseer. He stands at the entrance to the ant colony, and he clocks out all the scouts as they go out to scout. Clocks them all back in again when they return. 12-hour shifts. And Staff Sergeant York is quite distraught. As well he should be. Scout Team Victor is way overdue. Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova missing in action. All the other ants are returning on time, according to schedule. And the night is falling. And of every scout team that is returning, Staff Sergeant York inquires. Page, Swanson, McDermott, have you seen my boys? Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova? Why, no, Staff Sergeant, we haven't. McDermott pipes up. They're not in our sector, Staff Sergeant. Very well, carry on, says Staff Sergeant York. But he mutters under his breath. Where could they be? You're not worried, are you, Sarge? Asks Page, leader of Scout Team Scrupulous. No, don't worry, they'll turn up, says Staff Sergeant York, as he looks yet again at his watch. You didn't know that about ants, did you? Yeah, they wear watches. So in order to appear nonchalant about it, Staff Sergeant York remarks, say, why don't you guys go chow down? Get yourselves some shut-eye. Which is impossible for an ant. They don't have eyelids. Oh, come on. This lame-ass comedy routine. I figured I'd throw that in there. Why not? After all, this whole thing is anthropomorphicological anyways. No pun intended. Of course that pun was intended. You do realize I'm mostly lying, don't you? So anyway, at last, the last crew arrives, and we're about to witness the final curtain as all hope fails. Garrisetti, Jorgensen, Jenkins, and Shorty. Yeah, even ants have nicknames. And Shorty, even for one of those itty bitty little ants. Yeah, he's on the short side. And the Sarge pipes up. Garrisetti, have you seen my boys? Abernathy, Jones, Williams, Wilson, and Cordova? Puts Garrisetti on the spot. Now there's nothing for it. So he lets him have it straight up. Didn't you know, Sarge? Haven't you heard? Scout Team Victor, all of them. Were last seen around 09:30 this morning, disappearing into that giant crack in the Great Wall, 5 clicks north of here. You know the one, Staff Sergeant, as should every ant in this colony. It's the one where none who venture there ever, and I mean ever, return alive. Just a half a mile north of the border lived a humble gal, retired from taking orders. Every day of her life passed by in solitude and grace. As the sun went down, it rose again in that place. Now destiny was playing cards with his buddy Fortune. Lost at a hand, exceeding table stakes, and the powers that be cut a deal with lady luck and fate. That Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. Oh, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta drink up their street if we only believe. The doorway of that little cafe, and she greeted him with courtesy and faith. When he looked in her eyes and said, "Darling, I've come to take you away from this place." When she asked him his name, he replied, "Just call me Ace." Whoa, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta pick up the street if we only believe. "20 years have gone by and she has never regretted a second. My, how everything changed from the moment adventure beckoned. Now from dawn until dusk every day, she has everything it takes. And all over the world she is simply known as the Face. Oh, the powers that be, they're watching over you and me. Still gotta pick up their sleeves if we only believe. Now in a little cafe just a half a mile north of the border, at a quiet little table in a dusty, darkened corner, Fate's dealing cards, lady luck is looking over his shoulder, and Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. Yes, Fortune must pay every penny that destiny takes. want to take you back to the 1960s now. The London sound, not the Mercy beat, that came later. And the singer-songwriter by the name of Donna Leach, otherwise known as Donovan. She fame and fortune in songs like Jennifer and Mellow Yellow. But this was side B of the single that went absolutely nowhere. I have always loved it. Well, I'll buy you a Ford Mustang. I'll buy you a Ford Mustang. I will buy you a Ford Mustang. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. Well, I'll buy you a diamond ring. I'll buy you a diamond ring. I will buy you a diamond ring. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. Well, I'll buy you a Cadillac. I'll buy you a Cadillac. I will buy you a Cadillac. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. I don't want no Cadillac, even though it's shining black. I don't want no Cadillac. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of your love. Just give me some of your love, baby. Just give me some of that love. Yeah, I drink liquid rust for breakfast. Mix it in with gasoline. And then I chew on old men's bones for lunch, baby. Yeah, I grease them down with Vaseline. What I eat for dinner, whoa, bounces round like a trampoline. I got a junk food diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. Yeah, it's worse than sugar, baby. It's worse than caffeine. It's even worse than smoking, baby. 10 times worse than nicotine. It's those polytriglycerides and that BHT. I got this junk food diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. to kick it more than once or twice, baby. I just could not get free. And I had me a blood sugar crisis, baby. In the end, it nearly took me. Then came my hour of decision. I had them junk food diet, heebie-weebie, heebie-cheebies. Oh yeah. I got a junk food diet, baby. Whoa, worst case I've ever seen. I forgot to mention, Lois and I broke up shortly after that itty-bitty little ants incident or episode, as heartfelt soulmates sometimes do. Last I heard, she was dating some guy who's trying to save the whales, which makes more sense. No, I'm only kidding. Me, I keep writing fiction which depicts the truth about human nature. Film scripts, cartoon scripts, comedy routines, short stories, and the music that goes along with them. Right now I'm working on a film script about a private eye gets hired by a jealous wife who suspects that her university husband is having an affair. He's a history professor at a local university, and there's this cute little undergraduate who's spending way too much time with him. It turns out he's tracked down the whereabouts of all of the gold in ancient Jerusalem from when the Romans sacked the city in 72 AD. And the calculus is just under 23,000 metric tons of it. A solid cube of pure gold, 150 by 150 by just under 9 stories high. Now, the cute little undergraduate, she turns out to be nothing. She's just curious, that's all. There's nothing there. But this professor gets mixed up with some of the most evil men on the planet. And the private eye's investigation into this yields a peep show into some of the most grotesquely nefarious persons that this world can possibly render. The so-called guardians of old Jehovah's gold. And the adventure ends with our hero barely escapes with his life by faking his own death. And finally, he slithers into this sleazy-looking joint halfway around the world, completely disheveled and looking like he's been through hell. So much so that the bartender leans across the bar and says, "So what's your story, fella?" To which he replies, "I'm not sure whether or not I believe in God, but I sure as hell believe in the devil." Roll credits. Got one more for you. toe heel. I give it on the ankle. So when I strut, I really strut. What's that I hear? All the people say it must be they're having a very bad day. Can you light up a little? What if you up a little? And let me go my merry way. And whenever I dance, I really try and take that chance. I really get up out there, sweep off a beat woman through the air, and I make sure that she is breathless whenever I take her back to her chair. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whenever I sing a lot. I give it all I got till, I give it all I got till, I give it all that I've got.